Hello guys, welcome to Rex Arthur TV. This is the Rex Arthur Show where we discuss LGBTQ issues with an LGBTQ, the LGBTQIAAP. And I hope you know your letter. Good. And I'm very happy to come and discuss the UDHR, the articles we are running. It's a UDHR marathon and we are running very well. And we have already finished half of the marathon. We're still breathing. And now we are on lap 16. That is Article 16. And it's a very interesting one called the right to marriage and family. And the right and marriage and family, men and women of full age without any limitation due to race, nationality, or religion have the right to marry and to found a family. They are entitled to equal rights as to marriage during marriage and its dissolution. Marriage shall be entered into only with the free and full consent of the intending spouses. The family is a natural and fundamental group unit of society and is entitled to protection by society and the state. When I read this article, I thought it was an affront to the LGBT community. But when I read it again, it is not an affront to the LGBT community for one reason. It says men and women of full age have the right to marry and to found a family. What I like about it is a man has a right to marry. A woman has a right to marry. That's what it means. It doesn't mean that only men have a right to marry. Neither does it mean only women have a right to marry. It means both men and women have a right to marry. Now, what I liked about it, it does not tell you whom to marry. It says men, and that means men can marry men, women can marry women, men can marry women and men, and women can marry men and women. That is what I've got from this article, and I now worship it with all my heart. It is beautiful because it has said only men of full age and women of full age, but it has not said that men should marry women. No, it has said men and women of full age have the right to marry, but they have not said it does not say they have a right to marry the opposite sex. Beautiful. Congratulations to UDHR for their insight and their foresight. They knew one day the world was going to allow gay marriage, and it has happened because many countries in the world have allowed gay marriage. You have a right to marry, and that's why gay marriage is allowed. The reason why they legislate gay marriage is to allow gay people to marry whom they want. Because in countries where there is no legal basis to marry the same sex, it means you are forced to marry somebody whom you don't want to marry. You see, that's what you need to understand. That marriage should come from you, your free and full consent of getting a spouse. So if you want to get a man and you're a man, please tell that person, tell your family, I'm going to marry a man and I'm going to stay with that man. Yes, I remember when I had an argument with my family and they told me, go and stay with him. And I said, I will. Yes, I will stay with him because I want to stay with a man. That's what I want to do. And that is allowed in the UDHR. And a woman is also allowed to stay with a woman. Yes, it is perfectly normal, perfectly natural. Yes, because homosexuals are natural, lesbians are natural. So you're free. And these people are also free to found a family, be they heterosexual be they homosexual, be they bisexual. Now, what I've liked about this article, it is so LGBTQ, it hurts. Secondly, there is what you now have is mixed orientation marriage. Instead of two gay men marrying, one gay man can marry a bisexual woman. A gay man can marry a transgender woman. A gay man can marry a trans man. A gay man can marry a pansexual. A gay man can marry a bisexual and a gay man. Yes, that is mixed orientation. Oh, it's beautiful. When I'm going to do, I will list all the combinations of mixed orientation marriage. You will collapse. It's beautiful. You know, you just multiply. It's 10 multiply by 10. 100 combinations. 100 marriage combinations. And no, it's not even 100. It's even more than. It could be even 1,000, because you can marry, a gay person can marry all the 9 letters or even the 10 letters. Yes, it's a polyamorous marriage. So the first month of his life, he stays in the gay man's house. The second month of his life, he stays in the lesbian's house. The third month of his life, he goes to the bisexual's house. The fourth month of his life, he goes to the transgender's house. The fifth month of his life, he goes to stay in the sexual's house. The sixth month of his life, he goes to live in the intersex house. The seventh month of his life, he goes to live in the pansexual house. Like that, you keep on living in the houses of these your spouses. So this is where we are going, and America is already going there. Mixed orientation marriage, it's already there, but it's not legally noticed. So the law is yet to arrange that, but it's going on. Polygamy is happening in America, yes, and very many Africans were complaining to America that they want to do polygamous marriage, but because the American law does not allow that, especially some states, the only state that allows polygamy is Utah. So if you're an African living in America and you really want to be in a polygamous marriage, you can move to Utah. Thank God for the Mormons. They are very African. They believe in polygamy and they practice it, so you can go there. And even gay polygamy is now in Utah because Mormons also have accepted homosexuals, though majority are reluctant about it, but they are there. When you watch pornography, gay Mormon porn is very entertaining. Yes, we enjoy it, and it's there. And so basically, that's what you need to understand. This article does not discriminate against LGBTQ persons. It's just saying men and women. Maybe what they would change is they would include everyone of full age to make it, to destroy the sexual classification, the dual sexuality of men and women. You just say everyone of full age without any limitation due to race, nationality, or religion have the right to marry and to found a family. So they should say everyone, to include intersex persons, to include third gender, to include all of these different sexual persons. Because when you say men and women, it makes it sound very heterosexual. That's why when the first time I read it, I didn't like it. Yeah, it sounded very heteronormative. And what we are supposed to have is LGBTQ normativity, and I'm going to talk about that in the near future, that we should be encouraging LGBTQ normativity, not heteronormativity, because heteronormativity is an illusion. It's not the reality. The reality is LGBTQ normativity. That is the reality. The reality is, in society, there are people who are lesbians, there are people who are gay, there are people who are bisexual, people who are transgender, people who are straight, people who are sexual, people who are queer, people who are questioning. That's the reality. So let's go for reality. Leave the illusion that we live in a heteronormative world. And look at the heteronormative world, very filled with divorce. Why? Because people hide their sexual orientation. You marry someone and she's a lesbian, and then you're not happy. Then you want to divorce her. You should have just known she's a lesbian and not done anything. Yes, simple. If you can't stay with a lesbian, then find out her sexual orientation. In fact, if you're going for dating, if you're not yet married, ask the sexual orientation of your partner. Yes, I'm talking to everybody, including straight people. So that you don't fall into the trap of, I'm regretting I was with a gay man. I'm regretting I was with a bisexual. Yes, go and open up, so that why? If you open up to somebody of your sexual orientation and they accept it, then you can have a lovely marriage, because they know who you are. Yes, they know who you are. And you tell them, I'm bisexual, so I have sex with both sexes. So when you don't see me around, just know I'm going to have sex. And if the person says, yes, I accept it, then you have a spouse. Yes, that's all. All right, we can talk about that forever. Marriage shall be entered, free and full consent. Of course, this is still a war in most of the third world. Many people are forced to marry spouses not of their choice, but of the choice of the family. And this is not legal, because people need to enter marriage on the basis of their desires, not on the basis of the forced ideals of the family. Yes, you should never be pressured to marry somebody who is not of your choice. The family is a natural and fundamental unit of society, and is entitled to protection by the society and the state. Okay, that is the fact that the family is a group unit. I like what they've said. It's not the basic unit, it's the group unit of society. Let's kiss UDHR. Congratulations for saying that. It's the group unit. The basic unit of society is the individual. Yes, because without an individual, there is no family. That's what you need to understand. Secondly, a family is a group of two or more people. You can be a father, and then you adopt a son. Yes, that's a family. No need of a mother. Yes, you can be a mother, and you adopt a son or a girl or a daughter. Those are two people in a family. That is a family. You can be a man married to a man and you have no children. That is a family. You can be a woman and you're married to a woman. That is a family with no children. Yes, it is. Because heterosexuals, there are heterosexual families that have no children, childless. Yes. That is still a family in law. Because a family is made up of two or more persons. So please understand that reality, and it's beautiful. So International Covenant also calls it a basic unit. Of course, these ones are still repeating the mistake of men and women. They should say the right. Everybody has a right everybody of marriageable age. So they need to do away with this men and women heteronormative distinction. Okay. And they're talking about children and migrant workers. They have a right to hold opinions, blah, blah, blah. Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women, they also talk about this. Women have equal rights with men to acquire, change, or retain their nationality. They also have, they shall ensure in particular that neither marriage to an alien nor change of nationality by the husband during marriage shall automatically change the nationality of her wife, render her stateless, or force upon her the nationality of the husband. Yeah, this is beautiful. That of course, the sad thing about this convention, it is also heteronormative, because what happens when you marry a woman and you're a woman and she changes her nationality? Yes, so this convention is outdated. We declare it to be reformed to allow lesbians to be part of this system. So basically, if your spouse changes their nationality, you should not change your nationality. That's what it should mean. Good. State parties shall take all appropriate measures to eliminate discrimination against women in all matters relating to marriage, family relations, and in particular shall ensure on a basis of equality, men and women, the same right to enter marriage, the same right to freely choose a spouse and to enter into marriage only with their free and full consent, the same rights and responsibilities during marriage and its dissolutions, the same rights and responsibilities as parents, irrespective of marriage, the same rights. So basically, they want same rights in entering marriage, choosing a spouse, responsibilities, parental responsibilities, same rights to freely on the spacing number of children, that is family planning, same rights disregarding guardianship, wardship, trusteeship, adoption for the French. Same rights to choose a family name, profession, and occupation. Same rights for spouses in respect of ownership, acquisition, management, administration, enjoyment, and disposition of property, whether free charge or valuable consideration. Same rights of betrothal and the marriage of a child shall have no legal effect. And the Convention of Rights of Persons with Disabilities also protects persons with disabilities. Good. The African Charter has not spoken about marriage. But this is the one I'm not happy with. This Convention of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women. I don't know. Is it that feminists are not really friends with LGBTQ persons? I really wonder. I hope not. It could be the case. All right. We are done with Article 16. Thank you so much for joining us. This is a very important article. As we said, the only thing that needs to be changed is they should do away with the duality and say everyone has a right to marry, not men. Everyone of full age has a right to marry, not men and women. It sounds very heteronormative. But other than that, even if they still say men and women, it does not stop gay marriage. Yes, it is there because men of full age can marry men of full age, and women of full age can marry women of full age. We are declaring this because we are an LGBTQ channel. I'm an LGBTQ person, and I value gay marriage much as I value straight marriage. Everybody should marry whom they want to marry. And I know my life, I'm going to be with a man. Yes, I'll either be single or I will live with a man. That's I've charted my life. I'll be single if I find that being single is a better way of living, or I will live with a man because I love living with men. Yes. All right. Thank you so much.